Welcome to Babka's Kitchen by Karel Murray. Babka is a type of Polish bread, and it's also a term for grandmother in Polish. My name is Karel Murray, and I've decided to start videoing my adventures in the kitchen. I've not cooked for over 40 years, so now I'm learning to feed myself one recipe at a time. Alright everybody, this is Karel Murray, Babka's Kitchen. This is Father's Day morning. My husband is still sleeping. I got up early enough so that I could make flaky buttermilk biscuits. We're having the family over, and I don't know if you remember from the last episode, but here is how that wonderful Boston cream pie came out. I ended up slathering a lot down the sides so it looked better. I hope I didn't make a mistake. I kept it in the refrigerator all night, and now it's supposed to be at room temperature, and it's about 6:30 in the morning and everyone's coming over at 9, so I'm hoping by then this will be at room temperature. And look, this is about as fancy as I get. I have flowers. Look, I could put them together and they go, oh, what a wonderful thing. But I have no idea how this tastes, so we'll see. Let me put those back, and I'm going to put this back here. Let's get started with the flaky buttermilk biscuits. Alright, I am supposed to put the rack to the lower middle position and heat the oven to 450 degrees. Bake. 4, 5, 0, start. Put the oven in the lower half. On. Okay, good. Now, working, I'm supposed to whisk together flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt in a large bowl. This is a large bowl. Remember how I was grousing earlier that everything was either in a medium bowl? Okay, here we go. And look, I spent 5 minutes setting up the kitchen. You'd think I would have been ready for the stinking measuring cup. Okay. Alright, I understand these are supposed to be difficult, so let's see how far my expertise has gone. Whisk flour baking powder, so flour, 2½ cups of flour. There's one, and I'm going to see how quickly I can do this. 1, 2, 1½ cups of flour. 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. So 1 teaspoon baking powder. Look at that. Did you see how natural that looked? I just grabbed it and I put it in. 1 teaspoon baking powder. One teaspoon, whoops, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. That might have been horrible. Alright, baking soda, done. Next, and 1 teaspoon salt. I don't want to do it. I don't want to have that much salt, but I'm going to do it. Rick isn't here to guide me. These 2 items are my Father's Day gift to my husband. Okay, now I'm supposed to whisk them together in a large bowl. Here we go. Whisk. I'm kind of timing myself too. I started about 3 minutes ago. For me, I think this is going to have the hardest level of difficulty. Let's make sure that salt is thoroughly distributed. Whisked. Put that over. Next. Oh, I gotta keep working with this. Add shortening to the flour mixture. Break up chunks with your fingertips until only small size pieces remain. So I guess, let's do this. I'm working the hell out of this with my hands. I already did this once and I just got out of the shower, so you'd think they're clean, but let's make sure they are. I'm supposed to do 2 tablespoons chilled, cut into 1/2-inch chunks. Sharp knife. Here it is. 2 tablespoons. Again, I love that measuring. And it's not butter. I did not know that vegetable shortening came in cool little things like this. That's kind of neat. Chilled. Be good to get the paper off. Cutting into 1/2-inch chunks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And work it. Break up chunks with your fingertips until they're only small pea-sized pieces remain. So here we go. We are breaking it up until only small pea-sized pieces. That would be disgusting to get all that shortening in your mouth in a biscuit. So here we go. Shortening biscuit. Well, they're a little smaller than pea size, but there you go. Working with a few chilled butter slices at a time, drop butter slices into flour mixture and toss to coat. So my butter, 8 tablespoons unsalted. 8 tablespoons unsalted, it says. 8 tablespoons unsalted, chilled, slightly floured, and cut into 1/8-inch pieces, plus 2 tablespoons melted and cooled. Here's 2 tablespoons. That's good. Let me melt this quick. I use the same cup I've been wrecking. 20 seconds, remember? That's what I've decided is the perfect time. Let's see how confident I feel about that. And then I'm supposed to have 8 inches chilled, slightly floured, and cut in. That is just weird. All right. 20 seconds. Let's see if I was right. Well, no. Looks like I need more. This is 8 tablespoons unsalted butter, chilled, lightly floured. That's 40 seconds. All right, that'll do. Let that just sit out there and cool. Turn that off. Slightly flour the butter over the sink. I have never done anything like that. All right, now I have to cut it into 1/8-inch slices. I don't know how much that is. So I'm going to assume I'm going to cut in half, cut in half, cut in half. I am not getting out a ruler for these. Cut in half. So I now cut it into 8 tablespoons. But now I'm going to cut them in half one more time. Cut. Cut. Oh. I'm going to flatten them and cut them that way. So I'm going to cut them into 16ths. I have no idea if that's 1/8-inch sizes. My guess is I should make them smaller. See, look how big they, well, here. Uh-oh, they melt back together. See, they're only about that big. That's not an eighth of an inch, 18th of an inch. So I'm gonna cube them one more time. Cube. So that I get a bunch of pebbles. Because the whole idea, I guess, we're going to be mixing this into the flour. You notice the mixer is nowhere to be found. So what I did was I made it into a bunch of, well, I thought I did, little pieces. Do you know that if you stick butter on top of each other, it likes to go back together, even though you've cut them apart? Go. All right. Bunch of little pieces. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with a few chilled butter slices at a time, drop butter slices into the flour mixer, toss to coat. Here we go. Here's a few. Throw them in. Toss to coat. Then pick up each slice and press well-floured fingertips into... See, now this is stupid. Listen to this. Working with a few chilled butter slices at a time, drop butter slices into flour mixture, toss to coat. Okay, got that. They're coated. Pick up each slice of butter and press between well-floured fingertips into flat, nickel-sized pieces. Now see, when I first read it, I thought it meant to flatten my fingertips into nickel-sized pieces. So I'm going to, I've got these well-coated, and I'm flattening them into a nickel. Flattening into a nickel. Did you know that butter gets lost in flour? Ooh! Flattening into a nickel. This is going to take a bit. Ooh, it kind of hides, they hide on you. Got to find them all. Flatten into a nickel. Okay, those are flattened. Move those to the side. I think it would be smart to keep all the floured butter here off it, or flour them one at a time, and then flatten. Flour, flatten. Flour, flatten. Flour, flatten. Flour, here we go. Everything being flattened. I'm going to concentrate on this because this takes a little thought. Thank God I know what a nickel size is. This eighth of an inch stuff. Uh-oh, I got two together. They got married into a quarter. Oh. I think it was a good thing that I cut them into eighths. Or maybe 16ths? No, 32. I had them in 32 pieces. Here we go, here we go. Kind of separate them because they're wanting to marry back up. I think the goal is to get this mushed out enough early like this. Because we want them buttery, right? And we want them, oh man, they keep wanting to get married again. Flatten them out. Flatten it out. I have one the size of a quarter. Hopefully that won't be a problem. Okay, I just have 6 more to go and I'm done flattening that. Let me read the next one while ooh, this is called reading and ambidextrous and multitasking. Flatten, flatten, repeat until all butter is incorporated, then toss to combine. And then I have to put that in the freezer for 15 minutes. That's too big. All right. Did I do that to all of it? I'm going to get it until it's incorporated in the mixture. Look at that. There we go. Nicely incorporated. I do not know what I do with the other butter. Is incorporated and tossed to combine. It didn't tell me to add the other butter. I just did this. It says repeat until all butter is incorporated. So does that also mean the stuff that I melted? Let me look here. These are vital questions that need to be answered. So all butter to me means that it's everything that's on the recipe here, because it says plus 2 tablespoons melted and cool. So let me just see if there's anywhere where it adds more butter. Even coating, tablespoons buttermilk, briskly fork it, with then 2 tablespoons butter spoon, shaggy, rubber with spatula, surface, pat into 10-inch square, rolling into thin, bench, I don't know what a bench scraper is, and I think I'm going to regret that I don't have one, and into 10-inch square, Okay. Flip dough over, cut 9 rounds, dipping cutter, no, Calfee revert, ungreased baking, space them 1 inch apart, roll. Okay, melted butter at the very end to brush it. That's what they should tell me. So they should say all of the butter here. So now I have to freeze this or chill it for about 15 minutes. It is 6:52. Put it down in the freezer. Now there's something else I can be doing here. I can start setting up my countertop, because this is where a lot of the magic is going to happen today. This is dirty. No. Clean. Flour I'm going to need. Let's put this over there. Clean is over there. Salt this. I think these can all go back, but I'm going to keep them out here just in case. This is my chilled butter. These measuring cups are dirty. These have all been used. I don't know if the house clean anymore. Okay, let's put this back up. I'm supposed to prepare my countertop. So let's see what that looks like. I am to spray 24 square inch of counter with vegetable oil spray. I don't have vegetable oil spray. Oh! I do. It's olive oil and it's extra virgin. So that should be good enough for anybody. All right, here we go. Spray it. And then spread the spray across the surface with a clean dish towel on or paper towel. 24 inches. That seems good enough to me. I'm supposed to spread it with a paper towel. Well, I don't know why I just did that, so I'm going to smoosh it now and spread it over this area with a paper towel. Okay, that is now been greased up. Okay, next, sprinkle 1/3 cup flour across the sprayed area, then gently spread the flour across the counter with palm to form a thin, even coating. So, hi, little cat. All right, half a cup. There we go. What? That's Carly back there yelling. So spread, oh, it's that 1/3 cup. I am learning that what I think I see and what I say are 2 different things, and I need to constantly be checking myself. So sprinkling 1/3 cup across the sprayed area, then gently spread the flour across the counter with the palm to form an even coating. Here we go. Hello, pussycat. Yep, I hear you. I have 2 cats. You probably have seen them through the other videos. One of them is Indigo, and she's going to be 2 years old, or I think she turned 2 in March. Maybe he's turning 3, I don't remember. And then Karel, I know, is only about 2 years old. They're Russian blue cats. Russian blue. We're going to smooth it evenly. So let's do this. Across the countertop. This is going to be a mother to clean up. This is now basically adhered to my counter. I have a full-blown, the oil is now mixed with the flour, and it is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like it made its own little surface that's kind of rock solid and hard. All right. So here's my next thing. Add a even coating. Add 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons buttermilk to my flour mixture. This is not a mixture, right? Okay. So, and then stir briskly with the fork until the ball formed and no dry bits of flour are visible, and then I add the remaining 2 tablespoons as needed. Dough will be sticky and shaggy, but should clear the sides of the bowl. Alright, so I put this in about 4 minutes ago. I have 10 minutes to go. I'm going to have to wait now for about 10 minutes. I'm going to turn it off and then I'll be back. Okay, we are back. We're going to step into now working with the flour mixture. It has been 15 minutes and the flour mixture is still a flour mixture. I'm going to stir it up just a little bit. Nicely chilled all the way through. Now it's telling me add 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons buttermilk to the flour mixture. Stir briskly with a fork. And I've already pre-measured this out. Look at that, what happens when I turn the camera off. Stir briskly with the fork until ball forms, and no dry bits of flour are visible and remaining. Okay, so I'm going to pour it in, and stirring, and stirring. I'm trying to incorporate it evenly, but I don't have the patience for that. Buttermilk is just so icky. Alright, so we're going to stir it into a ball until no flour mixture is remaining. And it continues to read, I have to add the 2 remaining tablespoons of buttermilk if needed. Bowl will be sticky and shaggy, but should clear the sides of the bowl. So here's what I'm doing. It's a nice pasty mixture. Forks, some still on the bottom. I'm trying to mush it into the flakes of the bottom. But it's still there, so I'm going to add just a little bit more buttermilk. Not a lot. I added 1 over here so that it's sticky, flaky. There it is. That's what it needed, just that 1 bit. Dough will be sticky and shaggy. This is not shaggy. Uh-oh. I got a lump of butter that's showing up here too. I don't know if that's normal. Well, I better stop while I'm ahead. Okay, and now Rick has joined me. He's off camera because this is going to be a tough thing to do. So if you hear him yelling at me, it's because he needs to help me figure it out. So, with a rubber spatula, transfer the dough to the center prepared counter. Dust the surface, I'm assuming, of this lightly with flour. So with my spatula, put it in the middle of the counter. That was easy. All right, good. Dust. and with floured hands. I read that earlier. Now, I'm a surgeon, ready to do my biscuits. Bring bowl together into a cohesive ball, then pat the dough into approximate 10-inch square. Then roll into an 18 by 14 rectangle. So first of all, pat it into a cohesive ball. All right, that's cohesive. It took off some of the stuff on the bottom. And then next, pat it. We got how big? Into an 18 or 14 inch, no, 10 inch rectangle. Was a 10 inch square, because you can't have a 10 inch rectangle. That's not 10 inches. So squeeze that butter. Don't be shy. Push. Push. I don't have my ruler again. Is that 10 inches? I'm getting a nod that then I'm supposed to roll it. Didn't know it was rolling, I thought it was all handwork. Flour this up. And it's supposed to be an 18 by 14 inch rectangle, about a 1/4 inch thick. Adding flour as needed. Do it with 14 inches. I do not know what a 1/4 inch looks like, thick, but I think I'm there. Not a very good rectangle, but it's good enough. Does that look like a 1/4 inch, Rick?
Just a little thick.
Huh?
A little thick.
He thinks it's a little thick. Okay. Oh, it's starting to tear.
Stop.
I don't want to add too much flour to this.
That's good.
That's good. Okay, I got that. That's good as a bat. All right, now, using a bench scraper or a metal spatula to fold dough into thirds, brushing any excess flour from the surface of the dough. I do not own a metal spatula. Now, this is metal, so that's going to have to be close enough. Fold it into thirds. Just like, just fold it. There's one. Uh-oh. That's not folded in a third. Like that. And then third. Butter stuck. There's a third. Next. Brush off. There's no excess dough on there, that's for sure. All right, now, like a surgeon, lift the short end of the dough and fold in thirds again to form approximately a 6 by 4 rectangle. So I take this end and this end. All right, now, rotate 90 degrees, dusting counter underneath with flour, then roll and fold dough again, dusting and flour again. Into a 10-inch square, about a 1/2 inch thick. So, sticking to the counter. Here we go. 10-inch square. Easier with a roller to do a 10-inch square. And then it's a 10-inch square about a 1/4 inch thick, 1/2 inch thick. Tell me when I reach the 1/2 inch. Stop. Rick's going, stop. Okay. Stop. Flip the dough over. Roll and fold dough again. Oh! And then, so I gotta make it into a 1/4 inch. It wants me to repeat what I did the first time. Because I knew there were more folding, because it said for flakiness, it's the folding that I'm doing here that's going to make it really flaky and give it the different layers. So it wants me basically to repeat that first step again. That's how I'm interpreting that. And then it wants me to do the 10-inch. And that's when I start cutting out the biscuits. Here we go. Here we go. Feeling more confident with my roller, which is what this whole process is all about, is to feel like I know what the hell I'm doing when I pick up these tools. So this looks good. We're going to use my spatula, like this. 1/3. I'm going to come from this end this time. 1/3. Dust the S6 flour off. 1/3. Did you see how quick that was? I'm impressing myself. And it's even looking nicer this time around. And now we're going to go like this again. I asked my granddaughter, Brooke, and Brooke, if you're watching this, hi there, sweetie. I asked her if she wants to come and make some cookies with me. And she said that I watched my video with my mommy and you can't cook. And she wanted to know if she's going to be on the video. So when she comes today for Father's Day, I'm just going to ask her if she wants to be part of cookie baking time with me. And hopefully the answer will be yes, because this is called Babka's Kitchen, for God's sake. It says Grandma's Kitchen. So let's do it. 10-inch square now. About a 1/2 inch thick. And it goes better into a square now that I have. There are big chunks of butter that I can see in here. I'm assuming that's normal because it will melt when I make these. And Rick, tell me when you think I'm at a 10-inch square. All right, one more roll, because that's thick right there. All right, 10-inch square. So I folded twice. Now I'm at the 10-inch square. Flip the dough over and cut 9-inch rounds with floured biscuit. Flip it over? Why the hell do I need to flip it over? That makes absolutely no sense to me. Oh, pizza! Oh, sole mio. Well, it's flipped over. I wonder if it's because it wanted to fold. I'm going to get it back out to its shape. I'm not going to get any biscuits out of this. If it says 32 biscuits, they lie. All right, this is supposed to be flour. Dunk. Oh, that was effective, wasn't it? I probably shouldn't be doing that. I did clean this before I started. All right, here we go. Dipping cutter into flour after each cut. Carefully invert and transfer rounds to ungreased cookie sheets, spacing them 1 inch apart. He's got a pained look on his face again. I really feel bad whenever I make him do that. So 3-inch round, go as close to the corner as I can. I'm assuming it's the sharp end. Invert it, or turn it upside down, put it 1 inch from there. All right, let's do this. I could cut a stinking biscuit. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Invert it. So it's like 2 biscuits close to each other. These are going to be horrendously huge biscuits. But you know what? They are already looking delicious. My son is not going, and daughter will probably won't appreciate this, and other people, there's a lot of fat in this. But I wanted to treat my husband today, and one of his favorite things is flaky biscuits. So I might get some more out of here. So what does it say? Invert, inch part, gather dough scraps and roll again, twice until scraps form smooth dough, roll it into 1/2 inch again, and get 3 more inch rounds and transfer the sheet. Is this 1 inch apart or 2 inches? I can't get 9 on here, so I'm gonna have to do this in 2 different baking sheets. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Brush the tops with melted butter without opening oven door. All right, brush biscuit tops with melted butter. Bake without opening the oven door until tops are golden brown and crisp. 15 to 17 minutes, and then we let them cool. I need my brush. Out of my handy baking utensil box. I don't assume this is slathered. We're just going to nice brush, 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 all the way out to the edges. Okay. I have a little bit of flour on that one, but it's going to have to handle it. You know what? I have liftoff. Okay, 15 to 17 minutes going in the oven. I will show you the results when it comes out, and I'll just roll out the next one. Woo! Thank you! And now I'm taking my... Okay, my glass is completely fogged up, and I have no idea. They're golden brown. Look at that. Hotness. Hot. Hot. Turn off the timer. Those are golden brown, peoples. Let's try this one, and we're done. Excellent. You know what? I'm going to maybe let my husband be the judge when this is all done, when we do the tasting, because I'm not going to eat any of these before we have our Father's Day breakfast in a couple hours. So thank you for joining me, and hopefully the last time you see me, we'll have Rick have his taste test. All right, bye everyone. Back.
Flaky. Good biscuits, tastes like a buttermilk biscuit.
Just like one? What's the salt like?
I don't detect salt. I think you doubled up on that cranberry bread. Anyway, it could have tasted like that.
So out of a ranking, look at this, he's two-fisted eating. Yay! Thank you, Rick. Taste test officially concluded. Happy Father's Day.
I want the fork for this.
Oh, he wants the fork. Well, you know what? I'm going to turn the video off and we'll turn it back on and we're going to cut into it. All right, bye.